Three Dudes and Wrestling Podcast.
You know, I never noticed those belts at the end. What's up, everybody, by the way?
Are you just watching the video for the first time?
No, I guess I never paid attention to the end of it. But welcome, guys, to episode 11.
I've watched that video 10 times. At least with the belts at the end. We've had some mishaps. Maybe it was only 9 times. Getting them all together and actually seeing the whole.
So yeah, it was dope. I guess I never noticed it. But we're here for episode 11 of Three Dudes and Wrestling Podcast. Come a long way, guys.
I mean, we have, and zero disrespect to Jason in any way, or Ace Steel gave me rabies. Terry should be coming back pretty soon.
Yeah.
That'll be 4 dudes. I know he's chomping at the bit to get back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I also kind of chose this name today because I kind of felt like shit most of the day. So,
do you feel like you got rabies? All right, that's exciting. I mean, you're feeling violent. I think that's one of the rabies things.
Yeah, we almost had a VIP show up at my job today.
Well, you work at a place where VIPs seem regular. So, who was the VIP today?
It could have been. I guess I don't know if the group called the museum, but it was the president because he was in Detroit today.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear who it was. Who was
it was like perfect time. The audio dropping.
Yeah, your audio cut out a bit.
That's because I also got real quiet. Yeah, because I was like, should I be saying this?
Did you sign a non-disclosure? You're good.
I did not. The president.
Oh, the president.
Yeah, like the head honcho. He was in Detroit.
Today. Joe was in the house.
Right. So he because we were on standby because I don't know if they called and said he might come today. But my boss was like, yeah, so we may get a VIP today. So just kind of be ready. It didn't happen, but we were on standby in case it did, because that meant like shutting the museum down and doing all this other stuff. But
I mean, it sounds like
the whole day.
VIP, just possibly be on standby for
like super mega all the way standby,
right? Because it's like they're gonna have to.
You did say mega and not the other word, right?
Yeah, he did. He did.
I would
no more slip ups.
No, I mean, you'll never.
No more slip ups.
I got the red hat on, so I have to clarify.
It's a Badgers hat. I can't help it that the colors are red. I am whatever. We're not going. That's not what this podcast is about. But do not mistake the color of my hat.
Make the Badgers great again.
I'm actually really excited about tonight. Because I'm in a way, I can't figure this out. This month is Elimination Chamber, and so usually on here, I guess we're going to make it a thing where we either watch an old pay-per-view of whatever's going to be that month, or just an old pay-per-view of our choice. And when we were deciding what Elimination Chamber, because I couldn't really remember any memorable moments from the Elimination Chamber.
The one that we were actually on.
I'm sorry. Extreme Rules.
There we go.
Outside of like the very first 2 E's. Anyway, outside of like the very first Extreme Rules. But on Extreme Rules from 2014, there was a match between Hornswoggle and El Torito. They called it a WLC match, and I didn't get a chance to watch it yet because I was just busy with work and other things today. But I was going to watch it while we were doing the podcast, and talking about other stuff. But I really do want to talk about this match, because just from the title alone, I was like, yeah, I want to watch this. And I remember seeing bits and pieces, but I don't think I've ever watched like the whole thing.
You get me with the title. We LC match.
Yes, the WLC. So
it's a WLC match. That's
bits and pieces, really.
There it is.
Little people.
Yep, so right, I got it going right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna Are they starting with little tiny versions of
Like Michael
the announcers? I really Micro Cole. I really wish I could put this. He said his name was WeBL.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish that I could put this up in the podcast. I really do, so that we can, do a live watch. But also another thing we wanted to talk about tonight. We were going to talk about.
We probably could do it like that. We just have to do it similar to how the how everybody's favorite podcaster with the tennis racket does it.
Oh, the one with the cult following?
Yep.
Yeah, no. Maybe.
I don't know.
But,
I don't know. I mean, I have always been one that said, and anything, whether it was wrestling or professional football or anything, they need to have an R-rated broadcast where the guy can just be like, "Holy fuck! Did you see him just get hit like that?" You know, it's amazing what emphasis you can get from just one.
How about
it would just me be using the Friday soundbite? You got knocked the fuck out.
How about we do like another sad thing, and it's like what is it what was that movie 3000 something where they would
Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah. But if we did something like that and we just like watch old stuff, but we're doing the commentary.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Except
and then we do like voiceovers.
We'll get shut down in a jiffy by putting up all the motherfuckers' footage. I'm pretty sure.
Well, we wouldn't be able to show the whole thing. Like
maybe we could use more independent wrestling that they would more be like, hey, I'm down for you guys showing any version of our wrestling.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. We'll look into some things. All these ideas are lovely. I'm looking into a lot of different things when it comes to not only this podcast, but just this stuff in general. Because I do want to grow this into something bigger, because we've already hit 11 weeks and it doesn't look like we're stopping anytime soon.
And with that, I'd like to announce next week is my last week. I'm going to be
Well, I'm going to still be.
But if we're going to talk about fucking wrestling, we should be talking about Kevin Owens, right?
Yes.
He's a fucking man among men.
Now,
man among boys? Whatever, you get it.
He's Canadian, we get it.
Well, yeah, he was talking to a boy on Monday. But
I'm a man.
My God.
To play with boys.
I'm just a man standing in front of a boy wanting to slap another boy. I don't know whatever the fuck you would make out of that line, but
his promo was so good that all Austin Theory could do was flex and say, "You wish you looked like me." That
Kevin Owens
needs to work on his promo skills.
For how old's Kevin Owens? Like 36, 37 at this point?
Yeah, something
maybe
like
a little older, but I mean, he's the future of the fucking Red Brand. I read that they just in the last day or two they switched his official status on the roster. He's a face now. He's not a heel anymore. But I kind of like him coming out with that heat. But
yeah,
I don't know, but it's
definitely going to be like that
facey heat.
Yeah, like that. I mean, of course, that Stone Cold type of deal. Like that's, it was his promo. I think that may have been the best Kevin Owens promo I've ever heard.
I don't know,
because it was real, and I just the way I don't know if Austin Theory knew about everything that Kevin Owens was going to say.
I'm still partial to the promo like a few years ago when he just went off on Dolph Ziggler saying like we know what you're going to do. You're going to come out here, say it should have been you. We get it.
Yeah.
Next line, Dolph literally goes to that and look on Owens has the best. You got to be fucking kidding me. Look on his face.
Yeah, after the whole fight and that whole thing, Austin Theory, he had tears swelling in his eyes, man. Like I mean, I know his nose may have been broken or hurt or something, but I don't think that was from the physical fight, man. I think Kevin Owens struck a nerve that Austin Theory knew was true.
I mean, but he's been striking that same nerve for the last. He's been saying it for a while.
Yeah,
you used to be the chosen one. You used to be the next one.
Exactly, and so that was just a good promo. I think that was the best part of Monday night.
Kevin Owens that's what you could say every week.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, that was the highlight of last week. I mean, he's viable too. He's not. I say this before. He's not a fucking 3-pump chump. He's got moves, and man, some of those moves are devastating as opposed to like a flying punch in the cheek, and a football tackle. And what's the other one that Roman's got?
It's a chokehold.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Guillotine.
Okay. Surely. Yes.
I think.
Yeah, that sounds good. Him and Moxley, I think, do that same motherfucker where they dig that bitch in.
I do like how he only uses that sparingly. It's not like every match.
You know what? I'd like it if he used the fucking punch and the spear sparingly.
This is true.
I mean, the fucking guillotine choke is a legitimate hold. Like you don't have to sell that bitch. That's real.
Yeah. Still looks better than that hold Ronda Rousey be doing.
That's a whole different thing. Where Ronda Rousey hasn't held the championship titles for fucking 3 years now.
That's true.
I mean,
speaking of which,
this unbeatable aura about Roman Reigns. I'm so beyond over it. It tickles.
Did you see that they announced the PWI
Acknowledge
top 500?
I ain't acknowledging shit.
Mox probably bled over.
Have to, because
he definitely did. When he was reading it, he just started fucking bleeding.
He just popped the
right. Because a lot of people were mad at this, and I'm like,
"Where's MJF?"
When people are still getting
work. I'm trying to find it because I've just seen like bits and pieces.
I got it right now. Number 1, Roman Reigns, obviously. Number 2, Okada. 3 is CM Punk. Somehow. Number 4 is Hangman Page, and number 5 is Bobby Lashley. And then continuing the top 10, Cody Rhodes at 6, Bryan Danielson at
going 7. Through too fast. I want to pick this bitch apart because I think this is a horseshit list.
I will say Cody Rhodes should be well above Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, not top 10 in my opinion.
Lashley's been
selling for you, man. Come on.
I think.
You said what?
I think Lashley's been just having like a tear of really great television matches since he got the U.S. title.
Yeah, it's been the last like 6 weeks. He's been defending it every week, and he's been going against somebody every week. I will give him that. But I feel like
but that's like recent as far as the entire year. No,
I mean, when you look at the product that they were putting out for the last year, yeah, man, that was some of the fucking highlights.
Yeah, I like because he was like for most of the year he was in a weird spot, I just don't think like with some of the other people, I don't think he should have been in the top 10. I definitely don't think Punk should have been in the top 10.
That's impossible. That's he since Chicago or whenever the fuck he popped out last year, he has been, a huge deal. I don't give a fuck for the guy. I never personally have.
Yeah.
But he is a big deal. He has a huge draw. He has brought in money and fans, and he belongs in the top 10. I can't argue that at all.
Problem is, to close out the top 10, number 7, El Hijo del Vikingo, which I can kind of get. And then 9 and 10 kind of confused me a little bit. Big E at number 9 and Gresham, who just got released, fired, whatever, number 10.
Big E, I think, might have been, I don't like that, I don't want to say farewell type thing, but it don't sound too great for Big E's future. So get him in there a little bit in that.
Number 12, that pissed off a lot of people. And your wrestler MJF at number 16, Rollins at 17, Adam Cole at number 19, barely beating Drew McIntyre at 20.
I mean, if you watched a Drew McIntyre Adam Cole match, like physically, the beginning, how do you even sell that? That's not even some like Darby Allin type shit. Like you see, this is for a championship. One of these two motherfuckers. There's a foot difference between those two, and probably 110 pounds of muscle.
I'm scrolling through the list right now. Sammy Guevara at 28, Kevin Owens at 36.
Yeah, see, some of these numbers are way the fucked up.
Scorpio Sky at 38, Eddie Kingston at 40, Darby Allin at 45. Yeah.
Sting 50. Is Sting the ties number 50? That'd be fantastic.
No, he is not.
Come on, that fucking bump he took at that pay-per-view. That's fantastic.
Sting
top 50 for
ever,
this year.
Ricochet, Phoenix, Pocket, 54, 55, 56.
Okay. I know as far as Sting goes, that man been taking some huge bumps in AEW.
Sting,
I thought
Sting is 173.
Sting is 173. I mean, I can see that.
He beats out Rey Mysterio at 174, but
Nice.
My favorite thing is Jeff Hardy at 160, and then Max Caster at 171.
That's terrible. I bet you those
Mysterio confirmed.
Those numbers are going to be flipped dramatically come next year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, hands down. What about the
Young Bucks at 183 and 184? Tony D'Angelo is right in front of them.
Oh, where's K? Where's the big Omega?
Tony D'Angelo? No, I love Tony D'Angelo. I'm just like, he's above the Young Bucks. Okay, that was just one of those like, okay.
Going like a little bit further, Dexter Loomis is right above Mark and Jay Briscoe at 95, 195, 96.
Okay, Dexter. All you do is stare at people half the time, but
I'm entertained.
I love Dexter too. He was
everybody's favorite
on Monday.
200.
Bobby Fish, talk about hey, way to get Bobby Fish up, man. That cat has the most heat he's ever had in his entire career.
Yeah,
he's a back and forth, and he's back and forth, and I want to fight CM Punk because he insulted my buddies, the Young Bucks, and then he's like, the Young Bucks aren't giving me wouldn't put us over. That's why Red Dragon had to fucking call it a wrap. Like, I've never heard this much from Bobby Fish in my life.
I'm sorry, but I'm looking at this video. I need to know if this guy is on the list. What is this man's name? There is a wrestler who wrestles with pizza dough. Like, I don't think it's like actual pizza dough. It's like,
I know what guy you're talking about. I just saw the video of it on Reddit maybe like a week ago.
He's like, he spins pizza dough as he's wrestling. What is this?
Pizza wrestler.
I need to see more. I need to see more of this guy.
Luigi Primo.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to look that guy up after this podcast.
I have the list right now. Let me just give me a second and just double check.
He's probably closer to like the
he's not on the 500 at all.
Okay, not yet. Not yet. Anybody that can, make pizza while wrestling deserves at least 420. There's a reason.
Who is 420?
There's a reason.
If 420 Riddle.
Right. If 420 isn't Matt Hiddle or Rob Van
Hiddle,
it's not
Hiddle. Matt Hiddle.
Matt Riddle or Rob Van Dam. Or Randy Orton. Well, I know he's not going to be 420, but still, there's a reason why I want him at 420. There's a reason.
Why?
Because him and Matt
I have
had
a bad
session.
Is Chris Benoit 187 or
Riddle is ranked higher than Jungle Boy and Gunther.
What is Riddle ranked at?
89, Jungle Boy 90, and Gunther at 91, which seems ridiculously low.
It does, but I'm also not surprised.
But that was last year. That's last year. He wasn't where.
Yeah, they're
last year. I don't know even what the calendar year that they're necessarily going at this by.
Yeah, because as far as like championship runs go, Roman has been dominating, and he's been putting on solid matches every time.
Yeah, just super
So I
solid
can-
board.
yeah, I
solid
can-
board.
For those that give
I
a
can see
shit,
that.
ranking criteria is in-ring achievement, win-loss record,
Okay.
championships, tournaments won, influence, visibility, and prestige within a promotion and or the industry, technical ability, quality of moves, matches, and ring psychology, to which Roman has much, and then competition, success against the most varied and highest quality opponents available.
Okay, so yeah, based off of that list, let's go over that top 10 again because I can totally agree. Based on a lot of that stuff, Punk for me only has the influence. I'm not giving him any prestige right now.
Can we give
It's
him
only the influence of his name.
Whether
we
you're
really-
giving it to him or not, he has it.
it's injured
Yeah.
rematch?
Yeah, but that's my own personal opinion. It does, my opinion don't matter in the grand scheme of things. That's just how I feel, and I could care less if people agree with me or not. But
But he
Me.
deserves top 10. I don't know if
he can stay in the top 10. He's not on my top 10.
Start alone.
He can stay in that PWI top 10. He can have that one. He ain't in my top 10 though. Never has been. I don't care how big his name is. Hulk
What'd you say,
Hogan had a
has
big
been?
name.
All I heard you say was has been.
Hulk Hogan was a big name too. Ain't on my list no more.
Hulk Hogan was
We all
out.
know why.
What was the old quote? Hulk Hogan is
It's
out.
the big OT.
But yeah, based off of that, I can definitely see why Jonathan Gresham is on that list because he is one of the best technical wrestlers in the world.
The CM Punk influence is totally there. Colt Cabana's not even on the entire list.
Well, that's because CM Punk is in the top 10.
Yep,
I'm sorry.
he's the top 3.
Is Ace Steel on that list?
I would put some tag teams like higher on that list.
Yeah, for sure. Where are the Usos at?
Uso. Jey Uso is 139, and this is like one of the first instances of them. And Jimmy Uso is 147.
Okay.
That's like the only instance of a tag team I've seen thus far where they, well, no, the Acclaimed are kind of scattered about too.
Yeah, Andrew Bowen was out for most of the year.
Yeah.
Wheelchair and the rolling boombox for a while there.
Their influence really just picked up within like the past like couple of months.
Sheamus is 126. Oh shit, Masawa Tanaka's still wrestling? Nice.
I don't know. There's something about tag team wrestling that I think is so much more. I mean, if done right, is so much more entertaining than almost any one-on-one match that you're ever gonna get.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you get into the different like the styles of tag team wrestling, like the high flyers and like the technical. And then you got your big boys that are always going to be a threat, your natural disasters or whatever those big ass cracker Vikings that they got or that they're running right now. Like but yeah, I think just having those other dudes out, I don't know. I dig tag team wrestling. And
and
I think it's a draw too when it's done fucking well. Like FBR Bucks or even if they could get something to go against the fucking Usos. Hey, did you see who the Usos are fighting? I told you it was going to be Alpha Academy. I called that shit like 5-6 weeks ago.
Well, they don't. That's one thing
Shoosh.
they need to do.
Shoosh.
Those tag teams need to be more. We need more tag teams on the main roster. We just have a few. We definitely do need more. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see at some point a DIY reunion and or a feud between those two again. I just want to see them together again because they were great. But yeah, there definitely needs to be more tag teams and like tag teams that are formidable because right now, like they don't really have a group that I can see taking the titles away from the Usos.
You're talking about tag teams like teams of two, not like trios and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, no, just
Just a slight off topic. Just you brought up the trios. I want to stick with this tag team. I have some things I want to say, but the trios titles from AEW. I don't know if people realize that the side plates on those belts. One of them is Kenny Omega, given the Falling Angel or Broken Angel, and the other side plate is the Young Bucks given a super kick party.
Yeah, I think
they never.
I don't know if the Death Triangle is going to get to put their own shit on them. Like,
look,
that's how they're going to personalize them.
If what's his name? Not Ray Phoenix. El Pentaco.
Penta El Cero Miedo.
Yeah. So if his isn't one side plate is this, and then the other side plate is this. If that isn't the side plates, I don't want to see it. I'm sorry.
See, I don't know because you got like all three of them have the same side plates, so I feel like you get like something of the three of them doing like their jump over the fucking ropes thing, and then like some like death triangle, thing. But I think they could. I mean, I think they could be smooth. I don't know that they're going to change them. I just know that was their first inclination.
I can't wait for the Second City Saints to eventually win it. Punk's will be the Pepsi logo. Ace Steel will have a bite mark in his. And Colt Cabana won't even have a plate because he doesn't exist in AEW anymore.
So he's gonna have his mom's checkbook for one of his plates. Come on,
we know that.
Be a picture of
the tag teams. There's going to be a tag team match this Friday on Rampage. It's going to be I forget who they're going against. Whoever. Daddy Magic and whatever other guy from Jericho Appreciation Society. I think.
Oh, the most formidable.
Yeah, but I think that, but they're going to have a match with Hook and Action Bronson. I could be wrong if it is those, but still, it's crazy these not wrestlers, but rappers that are like out here doing matches. Because in the indies, there is a wrestler by the name of Baron Black who fought a rapper, Lil Scrappy. I don't know if y'all know who Lil Scrappy is, but apparently from what I heard, Lil Scrappy was actually like, putting up a good fight. So like,
get Scrappy.
Well, yeah, he would. Like I think he put the effort in like Bad Bunny did, because Bad Bunny set precedence for celebrities, wrestling and coming into wrestling. Only because like
or musicians. These are two different things.
Celebrities.
Pete Rose wins. Pete Rose.
Well, no, I mean that was actually like a wrestler.
I'm just playing.
Because no, I get you, but I just have this thought like if I lose it, it's gonna be gone.
I must say, I did get a kick out of somebody posted a picture of Action Bronson in the ring for the AEW, and somebody was like, "About time Bray Wyatt re-debuts." He should be coming soon, but see, I lost it. See, that's it's gone.
You gotta. That's what you need.
I don't remember that. Well, no. Let me y'all talk. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it.
Back to the tag teams. So, I mean, one of the things, like, at any time, I would say any time, but like when WWF or WWE has been at its strongest, you've had a half a dozen tag teams at any point in time that could go for it. Some of them were just mashups of individuals. Some of the best tag teams ever. Obviously were those. Like Money Inc., IRS, and $1 Million Man are not fucking tag team wrestlers. Natural Disasters, going back in the day. But then you obviously have your, like, the whole time, no matter what, Nasty Boys. They're, if Knobs or Sags is fighting in a match against somebody, they're losing in a singles encounter.
Yeah. You also know that's going to be a very reckless match with them just pounding away at everybody, and I'm there for it.
They do tend to dish it out from what's been said. But like, there's how many tag teams are? I mean, I guess you've got a few, but like, you need that combination of straight tags, Legion of Dooms, British Bulldogs back in the beginning before Davey Boy Smith became his own thing, and then superpowers like the Ultimate Maniacs, those mashup tags, Arcade Bro type motherfuckers.
Arcade Bro was one of the last ones. I guess Alpha Academy, but
Shoosh.
they still don't have that like formidable. I don't think there's been a good foil for the Usos and or the New Day since the Bar. Like there hasn't really been tag teams that brought it the same way that those three did when they were all having matches together. Like in the past 10 years, those were some of the best tag team feuds was the Usos, the Bar, and
New Day.
New Day. Like they're just, at least I can't think. Well, I guess Hurt Business. But
Yeah, I mean, but these are factions. These aren't just tag teams
Yeah.
that we're talking about, too. This is a group of motherfuckers. I
Yeah,
think
so-
all the New Day, like between all of them, they had the longest reign for however the fuck it long was.
yeah, I think Usos are coming in close because I think the New Day's reign was over 500 something days.
Rikishi's got to be just like the proudest dad ever. He went from
Yeah.
fucking dancing with terrible dancing and rubbing his ass in dudes' faces to his kids just being the fucking bee's knees.
Yeah,
And-
all four of them.
Zone was over.
All four of them. Because did y'all see what Sami Zayn posted on Twitter?
Oh, is it what? What is it?
Rikishi said like I'm a proud dad of all three of my kids, and then or something like that.
Oh
And
yeah, all
Sami
three
Zayn
kids
was
in
like,
Marvel.
it's like you got four, right? I was like, I love this Sami Zayn trying to be one of the Usos. Like they had to stop him from saying what he was saying on SmackDown
Mm-hmm.
because he was going to make somebody break. And that's why Jay took over. He's like, man, I got this. Because Jay was on the verge of breaking again. Jimmy don't care. Jimmy just be breaking, but Jay be like, look.
Great.
Yeah, what
The
now?
whole angle, the good cop, bad cop. I mean, that's
Yeah.
funny. It's been funny since before we were fucking born. And
Yeah.
if you can actually get like a straight, if you can keep straight face the whole time, because it seems inevitable that they're gonna have one of those Saturday Night Live moments where you're just gonna have to turn the fuck around so that he can laugh. But I love it. That's
Yeah.
that's that goofy shit. That
Like-
laugh.
Who's going to have their Jimmy Fallon moment?
Oh,
like,
Jimmy Fallon and
Jay already kind of had it. Like that week when Sammy was talking to Roman, he was like, "Yeah, when I do the dancing," and then they pay him back, and Jay was up in there laughing, like he already had his moment. But like, I think Sami Zayn is just like, "I'm going to get you to break in the ring like I'm going to get you." Like that's what I feel like.
you need to get that Undertaker moment where like half the fucking companies out there trying to get this dude to break. They're all doing the spinneroonie. I think it's after
Yeah.
Raw went off or something. Vince got out there and did it. That was, I think, as
Mhm.
close as he got to breaking. But I love that smirk. You see him like, oh, you fucking got me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And like I totally understand that because when I was in the show a few years ago, me and my buddy, we used to always try to make each other break on stage. It's the best thing ever to try to get somebody to break when you're acting. Because they know if they break, they got to somehow figure out how to tie that in and what they're doing. Because if not, they gonna
Gotcha,
look like
bitch.
Jimmy Fallon on SNL.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that should be a topic one day. Like best wrestling moments from SNL. They're probably gonna all involve The Rock, but
Probably.
The difference, I don't think who's going to be the Tracy Morgan in WWE to SNL where it's like, don't you? I think it was Tracy Morgan went up to Jimmy Fallon one time. It was like, don't you fucking dare laugh in the middle of one of my bits.
I don't know. I feel like it would be with the Usos that would do something like that, or like
One of them it'd be like one of those where
it'd be Jimmy. Like if it was one of the Usos, it'd definitely be Jimmy, hands down. Like Jay, I feel like it's too serious. Jimmy is the.
too drunk.
Why does Jay have like a short?
Too drunk. Why does he have what?
Like a short mullet. That's funny to me. He got him and Dom got the same barber.
Dude, it's that old. I mean, it's the new age version, but you look at old school, like, whether it's Michaels and Diesel, like they all were rocking a glorified.
I know, but
back in the
him and
day.
Dom got the same hair.
But now it's way cooler to have the fucking high fade.
Yeah.
So now you have the high fade into the mullet.
It's just funny. Like, they both got the same hair. And Dom is cringy right now. Dom. I don't know how to feel about Dom right now.
They devote like 90% of Raw to him, so they got to be doing something right.
Like, it's not that I think he's bad. It's just like he doesn't have the face to be he's a baby face. Like, he's a legit baby face. And it's like him trying to play. It's like whenever Ronda Rousey tries to look mad because she's like has that really pretty face, and it's just like you can't play mad because you look like you're trying to poop. Like that's what she looks like, and I'm like,
you're telling Dominic has too much of a baby face when he's got Finn Balor within feet of him.
Yeah, like
I think they might want to switch his name from Dom to Sub as well. I'm just throwing that motherfucker out there real quick. Shit,
but it's just like it doesn't. It just does. It's just hard to believe. I guess that's what I'm looking for because it's just like we saw you as that sweet little 10-year-old kid. Now, like the wrestling I can see, but you being this heel, like it just I don't know. It's just weird with him just because we literally saw him as a kid.
I mean,
when he was 10, and
if your dad had the fight for your for custody in a ladder match, you'd probably end up the same way as Dominic did as well.
I mean, probably.
If you were Eddie Guerrero's illegitimate child and you were trying to be passed off as Rey Mysterio's kid,
the thing
you'd probably be a little salty about that shit too.
How does he grow
up? Problem.
How does he grow up to resemble Eddie in a way too when he got the hair? Like, how did that happen? That was he like somebody did a side by side, and I was like, yeah, he do kind of look like a young Eddie.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. Shit. But anyways, I mean, especially like he's got the. Did he go to the barber and say like, "Let me get the Eddie Guerrero"?
That's what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Because he got that Eddie Guerrero mullet, like that's what it looked like. But like as far as Dom's future, I know he's going to go far. I think he needs to find himself because right now he's too Ray. Like he's just like another version of Ray.
He needs to be more re-up.
But like he needs to come up with his own identity. And I don't think Judgment Day is it. But what I do think Judgment Day is going to do for him is help him to work. Yeah, it's going to help him grow, and it's going to help him develop as a wrestler and being able to develop character.
This is how. I mean, this is a proven formula. How many motherfuckers, top card, Rock, Triple H, like you get that faction. Right. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, that's farther along, you know, and you know, those guys are leaders of said factions at a point, but like you get that group around you where all of it's not on you, and you can get the rub, whether it's heat or you know, the crowd love, whichever one it may be that they're trying to get on you. It's proven formula. So as much as he may or may, I don't know, not succeed, you're right. I don't know what the future could possibly look like for him at this point. Yeah. Like you got at least one, if not two dudes in the same faction that are like way better than you.
Yeah. So
I think you need to be somewhere more, you know, like what is it? The Firm, the new thing. Like, you know, we're a bunch of mid-carder type people, but we're gonna do some shit.
Yeah. And I think he's going to definitely get a lot more TV time with Judgment Day as well because
more?
Yeah. Like I know he's had a lot, but like he hasn't done anything. Like he's just been standing with Ray for like part of this feud for like the past 4 or 5 months. No, well, maybe not that long.
You just
but-
basically been sitting there taking
yeah.
Kevin Ray basically like admit that he was a bad father, or at least could have did better. And then you got Ray or Rio whispering sweet nothings into his other ear.
With those big succulent lips.
I still just
Lipstick,
find
I
it.
think. I don't know.
It is. It's the dark lipstick. The cold golf thing.
I guess is that. I mean, I suppose she's an attractive woman, as it would be. So
Yeah.
whatever it is she wants to rock, I'm sure would be fine.
Who was it? Somebody said that these Australians are out here taking people. Taking people. They said Buddy Matthews took. Was it Julia Hart?
Mm-hmm.
And
Rhea took Dom.
yeah, and I was
Dom.
Yeah,
Dom,
y'all need to
Dom.
chill because they both like we taking somebody. Y'all need to chill. But I've always been a fan of Dom. Like I got to at least talk like very very briefly in passing when I went to the live show that was in Detroit last year, like one of the house shows. And like seeing him in action, like in person, I do think there's a lot of potential with Dom. I do think he could have benefited from NXT.
I think it's too quick. I think it's too fast. I mean, you look at not all second gen, but like Randy had to go through, like through it. Cody had to go through it. DiBiase had to go through it. I mean, and the list goes back and forth. Just because you got the name, like, how much of a push can we give you when your dad is literally like still in the main event picture?
Yeah, I also do think though that his push kind of came out of necessity, only because his push came during the pandemic when they were very light on wrestlers.
Oh, I was gonna say pandemic / layoffs, but yeah.
Yeah. So I can understand why that push be like why him starting to wrestle came so early. And thankfully they put him with a guy like Seth Rollins who could, kind of lead the match and kind of keep him safe and still have everything look good. But I just think that was all out of necessity. And I think all of this time that where he's kind of been doing stuff after they won the titles, but kind of not. I think he has to have been working on, developing those, his promo skills because they need some work.
Or it was bad creative.
I mean, there was that too.
Just to throw that out there, a little softball lob there. I mean,
yeah, there's also that.
Again? What was his name again?
Oh,
speaking of crackers, but damn,
Bruce Pritchard.
I have a random that
Did they ever say if they fired him? Because I don't think they ever said that they fired Bruce Pritchard.
I didn't hear that.
Or yeah,
that's
but he ain't doing nothing in creative. I don't think.
Oh, that's fine. Triple H will keep him around for.
Oh yeah.
We need a return of Brother Love one of these days.
Did
hell?
I don't know if y'all saw that, but last night I think
Red face
back the black and gold for NXT.
Mm-hmm. Logo
got rid of 2.0. I hope they keep the color though, because like I like that little splash of color, but outside of that, they didn't need. Oh, I mean in the belts, not like the actual staging or whatever. But
I'm just glad with Triple H rebranding NXT's logo. I'm just glad it doesn't have a bunch of skulls on it or anything like that, like I was expecting.
Yeah, because I just realized something. This year is technically the 10th anniversary of NXT.
And
they did a 1-year anniversary of 2.0.
I don't have one, but
so no, but because last night they did the 1-year anniversary of NXT 2.0. So I'm just like, they should have never changed it anyway. But two, It's I think that brand NXT 2.0 was a good testing. Um, they did bring out a lot of those wrestlers did impress me though, because when that shift happened, they brought so many new talent that nobody had even heard of, and a lot of those people like the Creed brothers, Tony D'Angelo, Braun Breaker, Cora Jade, eventually Roxanne Perez, because I know she's gonna be, dope out there. But like a lot of these people, they did carry the brand for a year and kept it afloat. Um, should it have changed again? No. Toxic Attraction too, yeah. I could still do without Mandy Rose, but I just want
without her.
I just want somebody like a new NXT champion at this point. I want a new champion for a lot of different champions, but
like the big one.
Every other is vacant.
Yeah, I was gonna say you either get Roman Reigns or you get vacant. I mean, you got to go one of the way.
I choose vacant, at least for one of them, because they're in a pickle right now, and they're even admitting that they're frustrated that they don't know what to do since Roman has both belts, because that was a Vince thing.
And they don't want him to lose, but they want him to drop one of the belts type thing. Yeah, I hear he's just going to relinquish the Raw one. Was kind of some shit.
So so I think the best way would be to, because Roman does always say, I hold the titles for as long as I want to. So because he said that, he could easily say, well, I'm done with Raw. I don't care about them. They can, do whatever with this title, but I'm about to hold it down on SmackDown.
I'd like to see him flip that. Give that SmackDown roster. Let all of them fight for that bitch, and then he can come to Raw, and him and Kevin can just fight for 6 months. One of those big long motherfuckers.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah, but something does need to give, because Raw is, they really only have one belt, while SmackDown has 8. I know it's not 8, but
yeah, but SmackDown's on free TV. That counts for a lot, I'm sure.
Rabbit ears, yeah.
I mean,
that's why they should have some belts on Raw.
You would think that if they were going to name a move after Kevin Owens, that wouldn't be some super backflip fucking pile driver called the Canadian Destroyer. I don't know. I mean, you would think something named after Kevin Owens would be something a little, I don't know, a little more hodgepodge.
Canadian Destroyer sounds pretty genocidal to me.
Did you in the match between tonight on Dynamite between Lucha Bros and Swerve in Our Glory? Penta hit a Canadian Destroyer on Keith Lee. I was like, okay, that was nice.
Spoilers.
That's not, look.
I'm just playing. I'm just
got
playing.
Nothing to do with me.
That's cool. I got a thing I found this week that I wanted to read that I thought was kind of fucking, it was stupid, but it's video games and wrestling, shit everybody likes. So this is what it was. So in WWE SmackDown versus Raw, The Undertaker did really eerie things 2 games in a row. In 2006 edition, he threw Eddie Guerrero into a casket and covered him in dirt. In the same weekend as the game was released, Eddie Guerrero died in real life. In the 2007 edition, The Undertaker tells Chris Benoit his grieving family will have no one to blame but him when the inevitable occurs, and Chris Benoit did all the shit he did that year.
So what you're saying is don't put any type of Undertaker storyline.
What I'm saying is for 2 years on SmackDown versus Raw, they had the Simpsons writers
writing
just predicting the future like a motherfucker.
I never want to blame Doom for deaths ever again. We all know SmackDown versus Raw kills more people in the end.
Man, I
Talk
read
about the Madden curse. Oof.
That seemed to be real until they put Madden on the cover. I'm like, well, how hurt can he get?
Comes back as a they basically tried to kill that curse with that one.
Yeah. But that's
I have to
crazy.
go back.
I didn't know that.
I need to go back and play those games now.
Right? Oh, if only there was. What are they on? PlayStation 3? Probably.
For which ones?
No, maybe PS2.
The best.
PS2.
Those
Or
are
like,
those are PS2, I think.
yeah, I think it was too. I gotta find the PS2 first, man. Them things is expensive to try to find.
I think the slim ones you can find pretty cheap. The old bulkier ones, like the one
Yeah, I want. That's all I need. I need a slim one with a memory card.
I
That's
got
all
a
I need.
PS10. I got 2 PS3s and a PS4.
Are they all stacked on top of each other?
Yeah, plugged into each other. I got so much RAM out of that motherfucker. Just killing it.
It's 2 or 3 in 2 separate ones, but I still played it.
Oh, that reminds me. I gotta download that game, that Rocket League. I'm gonna download it. I keep forgetting.
Rocket League, y'all.
I keep forgetting.
We got a little. I mean, I'd say we have a click, but it's just me and my guy. We just created it. It's Brew City.
I haven't played it in a while, but I was looking at more into the AEW game, and I'm really interested to see this roster.
I think it's not going to be the roster you want.
I got a feeling it's going to be majority
You said, go ahead, go.
No, I was going to say like former WWE people.
It's not. It's going to be like you said. You got into AEW like right around when Omega lost the belt. Like it's going to be the roster from the year and a half before that. That's what Omega's come and said. He's like they want to make sure that they gave they barely were able to sneak in like Punk and I want to say Danielson was the other one but everybody that's kind of been rolling since then, all the Coles and the Keith Lees and the Dragons
out.
they must not.
It's going to be
really
DLC,
not like FTR because they weren't in the game at all.
That's what they're going to be DLC. They're going to be the headliner of the first DLC package for $750, fucking $650 in Canada. I mean $950 in Canada. It's
like I'm actually excited for this one because I've been wanting to play like one of those old school wrestling type of games for the longest. And was it All Stars? Whichever one just came, the one that came out before 2K22.
Oh, like the Battlegrounds Brawly one?
Yeah, the Battlegrounds one. Like that was fun, but it was just like it wasn't the same.
It was real cartoony.
Yeah, but I still loved it.
If we can get that N64 game engine back, man, I will.
Yeah,
I will slap yo mama. I don't even. I mean, mine's not here anymore, so I'm gonna have to find somebody else's. But
as long as you prepare for her to smack you back.
That's cool. Mine's gonna be a love slap, so I hope. I mean, all love and respect.
But
shit.
They
I was talking to Paris anyways. It was his mom I was gonna slap, not yours.
Oh well. He's like, huh?
Wait, what? Turn the light on.
But I do miss those old blocky looking characters because like those were the good old days of wrestling where it was just simple. They didn't make it overly complicated.
It goes to show you that it ain't got shit to do with graphics or any of that shit. Gameplay.
You could give me any one of the older games.
I can play pro wrestling on the NES to this day and not get sick of it.
Are you shitting me? You're talking about playing Superstars and not getting bored?
Pretty much.
Bam Bam Bigelow coming out. I don't know, man.
Like that WWE. No, I almost said WWE. The NWO versus WCW.
Did you say NES or SNES, by the way, Ferris?
NES.
Oh, yeah, you can fuck off. I thought so. I thought that's what you said. I just want to make sure.
Pro wrestling, I had the green dude that bit people.
Yeah, but yeah, and WCW NWO Revenge. I wish they had a storyline that wasn't just that like beat 10 dudes in a row to get the belt shit that it is.
You get to unlock Glacier in the game.
It's one of the best released rosters in a video game.
Yes,
probably ever. Such a culmination. Bret Hart and Hulk Hogan and Goldberg and NWO and shit. Like, you just sort like Shawn Michaels and Doink, and you got like that whole generation. Shit.
And that honestly was my first introduction to a lot of those people, only because like at the time, didn't have cable, so I would only see wrestling in like not DVDs, those weren't out yet, VHSs,
VCDs.
So like VHSs, and because I still remember the first like wrestling VHS I watched, I believe it was Mankind in a boiler room for one of the promos. So kind of like that mid '90s, like mid
That's
to late
early
'90s.
but yeah. I mean, early mid '90s, but yeah.
Yeah.
Where's
Um.
Taker?
Yeah. Yeah.
Attacking,
I don't remember who he was fighting. I just
Probably.
remember Mankind in the boiler room.
It was Taker.
I remember too.
And then that's when I got interested in wrestling, but again, not on TV. So my mother bought the game when she bought the N64. And that's when I was introduced to a lot of these people. And I remember my mother used to play with me, and we would always be the Steiners. She would be Rick Steiner, and I would be Scott Steiner.
Big Pop.
She'd be wrestling in the ring, and I would always take the other opponent outside of the ring, and we just just be wrestling that way. So like that's definitely like my earliest memory of wrestling. But I think my overall favorite game it's probably No Mercy.
Just because you could do the most.
Yeah.
Like they finally really perfected everything. You could run and do smash moves. You could run and do tie-up moves. All the off the top, on top of the tables, off the like. I remember, when I first got that game, being like, "All right, so if I put a ladder up in the ring and I put somebody down on the announce tables and I jump off, can I hit them?" And I did, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is the pinnacle. It has finally happened. I'm all about this."
And also,
the THQ AKI engine is
It also having the best menu theme song of all times. Diggity dog.
Yeah. So cool. And No Mercy was my first WWF game.
So you just slid past WrestleMania 2000?
I mean, at the time I didn't know what was what. So like, and I think my uncle had No Mercy when I went down to Alabama to visit him. So that's when I played that for the first time.
He actually played WCW Nitro or Thunder, and it was like, yeah, all wrestling games hit peaked here.
See, even before for me, wrestling video games have been like the thing. I'm not huge into driving games or first person shooters and shit, but like when like Raw came out for PlayStation, it was all about that shit. So like that's what I did for the next month and a half of my spare time was perfect everybody. Somebody's coming over to the house, we're gonna play some wrestling. I don't care. You can pick my player. It's time to go.
Right.
And then I lost that somewhere in my 20s because of probably women and alcohol, but like I still thoroughly enjoy them. And thank you, women.
I've never lost it. Alcohol games. But yeah, maybe we should do a topic on like just some of like the best wrestling games. Because there's a lot of them out there. And I mean, like, I want to go back and look at some of those like obscure ones.
Oh man, I had one when I was a little kid, like early 80s, for the Intellivision that was called like Pro Wrestling, and that was like I don't even like
2 lines,
4 squares trying to do this. Like this is I need suplexed him. I don't know. It would have been better off being a text game than the graphics that were put up for that son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I know a lot of the ones on PlayStation.
But at least you could tell. You could see that they were like people. These were squares. It wasn't even rounded like Pac-Man, for fuck's sake.
This is good news. Sorry, I just got an email from I do this thing with this website called GoFootball, and they partner with something called Project Free TV or Project Free Movies. And with this, you can do almost like focus groups. I can't tell you like what I watched in them because I signed an NDA. But you can watch
too much, bro.
I'm just promoting it. I'm just getting more eyes to it. I'm just saying that in case they ever find this. All right, look, I'm not talking about them. I'm Just
I ain't
let people
seen
know
it.
what it is. But yeah, you sign up for it, and then you can you go through this whole process. You have to be recorded while you watch it, and it takes about like because they're doing it for like business purposes. They're trying to get people's reactions for whatever they're watching. So you can watch a movie or a TV show that hasn't even come out yet. It might still be in the editing process, and they just want to get your thoughts and opinions on it. So I just got an email saying that I wasn't going to be in one of the groups for Monday, and you make money off of this too. Like,
Oh, that's so exciting.
yeah, between $30 and $50. I just saw that
Hey.
email, so I'm sorry, y'all, but yeah,
They're gonna probably pay me more because I watch movies in the nudes. They're gonna be like, man, we should probably throw an extra 20 at this.
No, they'll
motherfucker."
just set you. Look at women in out. All right, yo. On that note,
I made it 2 weeks in a row without cutting out.
right, but
Jake.
yeah, no. I guess AT&T is on a thing, but guys, that was episode 11 of Three Dudes in Wrestling. We got a little all over the place. I never actually did watch that video, so we'll save it for next week. And we'll talk about it then, maybe if we remember. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you to all the future people that are watching. See you next time.
Till next time, America.